Well, I'm very excited to be here with Doyle. Doyle, thanks so much for taking some minutes before your show tonight at Slow Brew. Are you familiar with San Luis Obispo? Have you performed here? Never heard of it before.
Can't even spell it.
Okay. Well, Doyle, I wanted to talk to you about the Abominator tour, this tour. How's it going? What's the fan response been to the material that you guys put out this last year?
They like it. They're all singing it, and that's about it.
Okay. That's a good sign, right? Cool. I've heard that the follow-up to Abominator is you guys released, or actually recorded some material in the studio when you did the Abominator sessions, and you guys are going to be putting out some new material that's kind of crowdsourced through fans.
I don't know what we're doing with that, but it's done. We just got to mix it, master it, artwork it, title it, and do that.
Okay, cool. It's pretty consistent with the Abominator stuff, though, in tone.
We were actually going to make it a double album, but you're all going to just steal it anyway.
Oh, in terms of just, you mean like the kids out there downloading stuff and that kind of thing? I wanted to talk to you about kind of the trends in the music industry. You know, as a musician who's been around for a long time, what do you think about the influence of the internet? I mean, is it helpful for you, or is it actually detracting from you in terms of being able to make a living from your art form?
I think people would rather watch the show on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
All these jerk-offs at the fucking show with the camera in your face.
Like this camera right here. No,
Not that kind.
Okay.
The one you get the internet on.
Yeah, yeah.
And makes people not go to the show.
Yeah. So it's kind of a detraction. Yeah.
So used to looking at through that phone that they have to look at it when they're at the show.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't even get into it.
Yeah. I've seen some other interviews where you talked about that, about just, you know, as a musician, as an artist, kind of being annoyed by people holding up their cameras. When you perform, do you actually tell folks, like, put your phones effing down right now, or?
If they get too close, I take them.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Doyle, when you were coming up back in the day, what were some influences on you? I've seen some interviews with, like, Glenn, where he's talking about the New York Dolls, Elvis, you know, not necessarily the traditional sort of punk rock influences that you think of. So when you were coming up, like, what was the very first album you purchased back in the day?
Purchased?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Okay, okay. What about, like, when you were a teenager, right before joining the Misfits? I mean, what were you listening to when you were 15, 16 years old?
The Misfits.
You were listening. Okay, that actually, good answer, good answer. Very cool. Well, having been in the biz for a long, long time, a really influential artist, great musician, do you have any regrets when you look back? Do you think, man, I made a bad move here, I should have done this, you know?
Just, of course you do.
Any that you're comfortable talking about, or too personal?
Yeah.
Okay. It is kind of a personal question. You've been asked this many times, so I apologize. But in terms of, through the years, really trying to bridge between Glenn and Jerry, your brother, in terms of potentially getting something to happen. I know in the past you've said something about, you know, Jerry basically kind of throwing a monkey wrench in the plans of trying to build a bridge for a potential Misfits reunion. What's it like to actually have been a musical sort of collaborator with a sibling? That's kind of a rare phenomenon. Does that lend it? Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. Because he thinks his idea is good and I think mine's better.
Okay. Back when you were kids, was that kind of the same thing when you were coming up?
No, just, I don't know.
Yeah. Normal sibling rivalry, things like that?
It's hard to write music with people. You know, I like to do my part, then give it to somebody else who does something better than me and let them do it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Cool. Knowing kind of what your limits are and trying to leverage.
I totally know my limits, for sure.
Okay. Okay, cool. Very cool. And got some questions there. You could probably read them. But so Doyle, kind of your roots, kind of very DIY. I'd read some stories about you and your brother working a lot in your father's machine shop in Lodi, New Jersey, and kind of working to make money to actually go on tour in the early days to promote concerts and tours. And do you still subscribe to a do-it-yourself kind of ethos in terms of you know, not having like major label backing for promotion and things like that?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because making the promotion is very expensive.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Yeah. Have things changed through the years in terms of like the consolidation of power through labels and things like that, where it makes doing DIY even more important?
Well, we saved a lot of money recording the record ourselves, and things like that. You know, you really don't need a studio anymore.
Yeah.
with all the technology. You could probably record one on your goddamn iPhone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah. I saw an interview with you and Alex in a hotel room, I believe it was, where Alex was kind of talking about that very same thing about young kids.
probably right here.
Here in the bus. Yeah, a lot of interviews with these blinds. I've seen these famous blinds there in quite a few. Alex was talking about that, though, that like young folks coming up, not necessarily paying their dues, being able to sit in their bedrooms, their mom's basements perhaps, and on Pro Tools and come up with an album. And that's not really how you guys roll.
No, anybody with a computer could make a fucking record or something, but can't make a good one. You gotta make a good one.
There we go. All right, all right. Very cool, very cool. And one last question for you, Doyle. About a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago or so, you subscribed to a vegan lifestyle. Your girlfriend, your partner, was a big influence in that, and always being, quite the physical specimen, if I may compliment you. How has that influenced your workouts, your health, going vegan?
It's made me feel better. I'm leaner. The doctors say I'm way more healthier, and I feel better.
Do you get that raw protein through other sources, soy, things like that?
Tons of food. Every food has protein in it. It's also ethical reasons. You see the way they butcher those animals. You ever watch that?
Yeah, I've seen some of the PETA videos. Yeah.
Just check that out.
Yeah. I've actually gone to. You may not be a big fan of him, but Morrissey, of course, in a lot of his shows.
Loves them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any chance of you doing a Meat is Murder cover in the future, maybe? It's his kind of song that he shows PETA videos during his concerts just to highlight the plight of animals.
I've never listened to him.
Okay, cool. Well, anything out there? We've got the basically the follow-up to Abominator that fans can look out for. Any other materials, any collaborations, things that fans can check out here in the near future?
We got some guests on the next record. Okay. So there's your collaboration.
Okay. Anything you can hint at, or?
No.
All right. Off the record. All right. After the video, we'll talk to him a little bit and we'll arm wrestle. He'll probably win. So anyways, all right, Doyle. Well, thanks so much for your time, man. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Thanks, man.